here with my 2020 Alfa Romeo Giulia TI and with all-wheel drive, the Q4. And today is my last day with this vehicle. I know I'm really sad to see it go. It's got just over 11,400 miles. And you know, if anybody of you have been following the channel, I've had a red Giulia before this, a 2019 lease car, and now I have a 2020 lease vehicle. And between the base Giulia I had before and this anodized blue with the tan interior Giulia for 2020, I would say that I've really enjoyed these cars. These Italian-made, beautiful sports sedans that I've just really enjoyed. I mean, they have their, if I had to nitpick, I would say they have a few electronic bugs. And they require a certain amount of care and maintenance and special tools. And if done properly, the car runs amazing. And, you know, does 0 to 60 under 5 seconds for the Q4 all-wheel drive. And Car and Driver got under 5 seconds for even a Q2 rear-wheel drive about a year ago. So these cars can really sprint. They're really fast. They're really fun. And just to go around one more time in the car to take a quick look, obviously it's really clean. This car, less than a year old, only has 11,000 miles, so not much to say about the exterior condition. I'm sad to report that on the left driver's side rear wheel, I did get a little bit of curb rash. I'm not immune from the mistakes of human nature, unfortunately. So as you can see, there's a little bit of curb rash right there from a Jimmy John's drive-through, as it so happens. So other than that though, no damage and destruction otherwise. And the oil was actually overfilled on my last oil change about 2,000 miles ago. And of course I was on a road trip when the oil overfill light came on. So I didn't really have a chance to bring it back and get the oil drained out. But I brought it back today and it was overfilled by only, I think it was like 0.4 or 0.5 quarts. So less than half a quart overfill. So it wasn't really detrimental to the engine in terms of longevity or durability or lubrication, but it was more just like I had this red annoying oil light on the dashboard for about 2,000 miles. And I thought, well, you know, this car consumes somewhere around a half a quart of oil every 9,000 miles. Maybe it'll burn off by the next oil change. Then the light will go away. But turns out I am going to be leaving Michigan and subsequently turning in my lease car and going to be purchasing something else because I'm starting a new job in Minnesota. So if you guys are familiar with the Midwest, you know that I'm going somewhere even colder than wonderful Michigan. So I'm going to need something very similar to this. I'm going to need something sporty, good for highway miles because my commute is going to be 25 to 30 miles each way on my new job, mostly highway driving. So I'd like adaptive cruise, forward collision warning, blind spot warning, all-wheel drive, good headlights, etc. So very similar to this car. So you guys will have to stay tuned, but I just wanted to give you a last update before I turn this car in a matter of about 5 minutes. I'm only about a block from the dealer, so anyway, it's so long for this. We'll take one last look around. As you can tell, got a little glitter in there from Christmas decoration that I brought home. But other than that, you can tell it's in great shape. Really nice interior. Got to shake out the floor mats here before I turn it in. But wonderful vehicle. True European sports sedan, in my opinion. I don't think there's anything more sporty that I've driven in the last, well, as long as I've been driving for the last decade or so. So I would say if you're in the market for one of these, you know, be ready for a few little maintenance issues. I think, you know, every couple thousand miles you might get a random electrical light. Maybe it's the oil overfill light, for instance, but I'd say half of the issues are just from maybe the dealer not knowing exactly how to hook up the tool to make it work. Or, you know, if you just drive your car easy, but, you know, you can drive it fast on the highway once it's up to operating temperature and you don't beat on it. I think these cars can run for many years with minimal issues. I still would recommend extended warranty because these cars, you know, with any European luxury sports sedan, the parts could be harder to get, more expensive. So just keep that in mind. And Alfa Romeo actually has a really good certified pre-owned warranty, where it extends the 4-year 50,000 mile bumper to bumper to 5 years unlimited. So basically, if you buy like a 2-year-old vehicle, you have 3 years unlimited miles bumper to bumper, and you can purchase, I think, an additional 2 years bumper to bumper coverage on top of that. So you can get theoretically up to 7 years, 100,000 miles of bumper to bumper coverage, which is one of the best in the industry. If from you know, you have to pay about $3,000 to $4,000 for that extra 2 years, but that could easily pay off if you keep your car for more than 5 years. So just something to keep in mind. But overall, I'm really happy with it. I've been extremely proud to own this car, and it's just a beauty and a beast at the same time. And I'm really happy about it. And I hope you guys out there with Alfa Romeo Giulias continue to love your cars and continue to support this channel, regardless of what I pick next. But I will not be going too far from my sporty vehicle. I'm not going to get like a Chevy Suburban or something. I think I'm going to go for something entry-level luxury for sure, with all-wheel drive. That's definitely sporty to drive. I want to get a sports sedan, but I won't rule out a compact crossover if it's really fun to drive. And I know I don't want to jump on the crossover wagon, but you know, they're getting pretty good these days for the options. And sports sedans, not quite as practical as an SUV, so I can understand why I might choose that. But I'll let you guys know. And I hope you guys continue to look at the channel for updates on my newest car in the coming weeks. And anyways, if you have any questions or comments, put them in the section below. Otherwise, have a wonderful day, and thank you for watching. All right, bye-bye.